The Girl Who Spoke to Sunsets. There was once a quiet girl named Mira who lived in a small village tucked between ancient mountains and silver rivers. To the world, she was the girl who rarely spoke. To herself, she was the girl who wanted to speak, but didn't know how. Mira loved English. She loved how the words sounded, soft, musical, like little sparks of magic. But every time she tried to speak in class, her voice betrayed her. It shook, it broke, it disappeared. Her classmates spoke confidently. They raised their hands. They debated. They laughed. Mira, meanwhile, kept her eyes fixed on her desk. She felt invisible, and sometimes she believed she was. One afternoon, during an oral test, her teacher called her name. Her throat tightened. She opened her mouth to speak, and nothing came out. A few students giggled. One boy whispered, "She can't even say a sentence." Mira felt tears burn behind her eyes. The teacher gently nodded and said, "It's okay, Mira. You can try next time." But she didn't want a next time. She just wanted to disappear. After school, Mira ran to the only place that felt safe, a small hill behind her house where the sunsets looked like paintings. That evening, the sky melted into gold, orange, and rose. The world looked softer, kinder. As she sat on the hill, she whispered the words she couldn't say in class. "I tried. And I failed." The wind brushed her hair gently, almost like a friend saying, "You're not alone." For the first time in her life, Mira spoke freely, not to a person, not to a crowd, but to the sunset. She said a full sentence, then another, and the sky listened, silently, patiently. From that day onward, Mira created a ritual. Every evening she went to Sunset Hill. Every evening she practiced English. Sometimes she read her textbook aloud. Sometimes she described the colors in the sky. The horizon is glowing beautifully. The clouds are drifting slowly. The air feels peaceful today. Sometimes she practiced sentences that felt like promises. I am learning. I am growing. I will improve. I deserve to speak. The more she practiced, the more confident her voice became. Not perfect, but stronger, steadier. She learned new vocabulary, corrected her grammar, and even mimicked the way her teacher spoke. Months later, her school held a storytelling competition. Students from every class participated. Mira didn't plan to join, but her teacher encouraged her gently. "You have a voice worth hearing." Something inside her shifted. Her fear stepped aside. Her courage stepped forward. She signed up. On the day of the competition, Mira stood backstage. Her palms were sweaty. Her legs trembled. Her heart felt like a drum. When her name was called, she walked onto the stage. The hall was silent. Everyone waited. For 1 second, she felt the old fear return. But then she remembered the sunsets, the colors, the whispers, the promises she had made to herself. She inhaled deeply and spoke. Her voice was soft at first, but clear, like a river that knows exactly where it wants to flow. She told a story about courage. She used vocabulary she had practiced. She used grammar she had learned. She used emotion she had carried for years. The audience didn't blink. They were mesmerized. When she finished, the hall erupted in applause. Mira didn't win first place, but she won something far greater, her voice. And that night, she returned to Sunset Hill and whispered, "Thank you for listening, until I learned to listen to myself." Moral of the story: your fluency isn't in your grammar book, it's in your courage, your confidence, your consistency, one sunset at a time. Vocabulary from the story: betrayed, disappeared, tightened, horizon, glowing, drifting, mesmerized, ritual, courage, transformation, steady, deserve, encouraged, erupted, whispered, trembled, disappeared. Grammar points. 1. Past simple. She walked, she whispered, she tried, she spoke. 2. Past continuous. The sky was glowing. Her hands were shaking. 3. Future intentions. I will improve. I will speak confidently. 4. Present. Simple for truths. Practice builds confidence. Sunsets calm her mind. 5. Modal verbs. She could speak. She couldn't speak earlier. 6. Adverbs. Slowly, softly, confidently, clearly, steadily. Want more? Then like, share, and subscribe.